Alright, what's up guys? One more quick public service announcement regarding T8 nozzles. If you're looking to buy a replacement nozzle for whatever reason, don't buy the T8. I know I kind of bashed on them a little bit, but I'll show you why. Well, I just, first off, I recommend Guns Modify. They just have pretty much perfect track record. I've never had a problem with them. It's what I use, and it's what I feel confident recommending, because I'm not saying there's other nozzles that don't work or won't work, but they can be hit or miss, and I don't know. I've just found Guns Modifies to be reliable. They always work, so I'm just sticking with that, and I recommend you do too. They're good nozzles. They seem to be more durable than stock, particularly here on this loading, BB loading pickup arm. These can get kind of bent out of shape, like bent upward usually. With the stock ones, it's just a little bit weaker polymer perhaps, so these seem to hold shape better. That can happen if you're overloading your magazines, so don't cram too many BBs in your magazines. Honestly, like if you're loading them and you'll see a BB kind of popping out, just pop that out, or maybe strip a round or two. And I mean, that's kind of a pain. I don't go there and strip extra rounds out every time I load, but I just be careful not to overload them basically, and that'll preserve the life of your BB loading arm. And it does get bent. I have another video about how you can kind of remedy that, but sometimes at a certain point, the best thing to do is just buy a new nozzle. And the reason you don't want to get a T8 nozzle is there's been lots of reports, guys buying those, and then for some reason the specs are off, and they end up shredding your magazine gasket routers right here. That nozzle just rides across it, and it just shreds these things to the point where your magazine doesn't even function anymore. And then you're forced to go and buy the T8 gasket. So it does work with their own gaskets, of course. They love to do their proprietary stuff. But if you want to avoid that headache from the beginning, just don't even buy the T8 nozzle. Same goes for their bolt. Their bolt only works, like this is just, this is a GMP bolt actually. But the T8 bolt only works with their own trigger box, so they sell it as a combo. It's expensive. It's not worth it personally. I don't know if you're looking into trigger boxes. I haven't messed with aftermarket trigger boxes too much. The most popular ones seem to be Guns Modify Evo and also the GMP silvers. But trigger boxes are tricky. People do have issues with those things kind of quite often, and usually they're remedied, but it just takes a lot of kind of tuning it and tweaking with it and getting them kind of worn in. But again, I don't know a whole lot about that, but I do know that the T8 bolt only works with their own proprietary trigger box, which I don't recommend. You want to keep your options open, have parts that can be interchanged in case whatever happens, you need replacements. You want to have options and not be locked into one particular company, one particular system. So that's why I don't recommend their stuff.